So good morning. If you're joining me on catch up, just bear with me a moment while we wait to go live. Hope you're well. And we will make a start. So good morning. Day 51. It's quite an achievement, isn't it? So today we're going to come and lie on our backs. So just letting yourself come down to the ground. And I always like to bring my knees into the chest when I come down. So just take a rock through the hips and see if you can lengthen your lower back. Lengthen through the back of your neck as well. And then bring your feet down to the ground. And bring your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your tummy. And take a moment to drop in. So if you can close the eyes or soften the gaze, feel down through your feet. See if you can relax your feet into the ground. Relax your hips into the ground. Relax your shoulders and the back of your head. And all that comes in between, take a nice breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out, open the mouth. Let a sigh go. And let's repeat that twice more. So breathing in through the nose. One last one, make it a nice big one. Okay, and then we're going to bring the knees back into the chest. Hug the shins or the backs of the thighs. And a very gentle rock from side to side. Keep the knees together to start with. And then take the knees a little bit wider, so almost towards your armpits. Okay, so you can hold the shins or the behind the knees, whatever feels more comfortable. But we just continue to rock with the knees a little bit wider. Just to ease into the lower back, a little bit side to side. And you can stay here with the hands on the legs, or you can take the arms out wide and start to take the knees a little bit wider. So if this doesn't feel good in your lower back, you bring your feet to the floor. We can start to take it a little bit wider and just engage the core a little bit. Maybe bring the knees towards the ground and then back up, but keeping the knees wide apart. So just seeing if you can find that tipping point. So both shoulders are heavy into the ground. See the point where your body is kind of just on the edge of tipping over. And then bring it back through center. We'll bring a hand onto each knee and just take some knee circles, so the knees apart and then together. And then switching directions the opposite way. Okay, and then bringing both feet flat to the floor. Take the hands back out wide or cactus arms. Excuse me. And we'll take the knees over to the right side. So just let both knees drop over. Feet can be together or separate. See what feels better in your back. And maybe turning your head towards the left. Softening through the neck. And then really relax your ribs and your tummy here. Let the back of the hips be heavy. Welcoming a nice twist into the spine. Breathing into your tummy. And then bring the head through center, followed by the knees. Take it over to the other side. See what you can soften. Feeling your breath. And then bringing it back through center. So feet are flat on the floor, feet hip distance apart, and ankles are roughly underneath your knees. So don't have them too far forward or too tight. The perfect position. And with the hands down by the hips, palms face up, I'm going to push through your feet with an inhale, lift the hips up, peel the back off the floor, not too high. And take an exhale to lower it back down. And let's take another 4 of those. So we do 5 altogether. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. And really use your feet. Push through your feet. Maybe the hips start to lift a little bit higher. But don't force. Listen to your back. Let's do 2 more. Maybe you give the bum a squeeze as you lift it up, releasing as you lower. And last one, inhale, lift, and see if you can hold it up for a breath this time. Sink your feet into the ground, let the bum squeeze up a little bit higher. Lengthen through the back of your neck, relax your shoulders, breathe. And next time you exhale, roll it down, all the way down. Let the tummy soften, and just take a sway of the legs. And we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees come outwards, so a diamond shape. And you might hold the tops of your legs here if your hips feel a little bit tight, or the groin. Or you might bring the hands out, cactus arms maybe, and see if you can sway the knees from side to side, soles of the feet touching, knees are wide apart. Getting into the hips well today. Okay, and then see if you can pause in the middle, let the knees be a little bit heavy. Soften into your tummy, soften your jaw. Take another breath here. And then we'll bring the arms down, bring them underneath your knees, lift the knees together, and then bring the knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug, a little rock from side to side. Okay, and then if you can, leave the knees into your chest, and we're going to take the arms up overhead. If you've got space, if you don't have space. So your arms reaching up. If that's too much in your shoulders, take cactus arms again. But we're going to inhale, take your feet up, take your fingers up. And as you exhale, knees into the chest, arms behind you. So we inhale, reach up, start to waken up the legs, a little bit of toe action. So toes are drawn towards your face. Exhale, take it back. If this is too strong, you can bring your hands into your knees. Okay, so inhale, reach it up. Exhale, knees in. Take another couple of these. Wakening up through the legs. And last one. See if you can hold it up that time. Bring the hands to the backs of your legs. Give them a nice rub. And just bring a little bit of movement into your ankles, some ankle circles. A little bit of pointing and flexing. Okay, and we're going to keep the right leg up. Bring the left knee into your chest. So hold the back of the thigh or the knee. And just draw your right toes in towards your face. And then see if you can just relax that foot a little bit and just take a little bit of a circle with that leg. So it's not a big circle. Taking it around one way. And then take it around the other way. Always know you can bring your left foot to the floor if you prefer, if that feels better in your back. Okay. And then bring that leg back up to center, toes in towards your face. Push out through the heel. And so you can bend this leg, bring the foot to the floor, or if you want to, keep the leg straight and see if you can extend it slowly all the way down towards the ground. I've just hit the wall. Too big for my room. So bringing it all the way down. So if you bent your leg and brought the foot to the floor, slide that leg out long. Bring the left knee in, squeeze it in. And we're going to bring right hand to the left knee. Left arm out along the floor, and we're going to come into a twist. So the focus is to keep your left shoulder rooting down here, but we're going to draw our left knee all the way over to the right. So it might mean that you just don't come very far, but see if you can let the left butt cheek lift. Maybe roll a little bit onto the right. Maybe you stay up quite high. Maybe you've got a bit more space, or maybe you rock in and out. We're just rolling over onto the right hip, left shoulder heavy into the ground, breathing into your tummy, and then bring it back through center, bring that foot to the floor, and bring the right foot up. Just readjust, make sure you're central, your spine is settled, bring the knees back in, and this time we'll keep the right leg in, send the left foot up. So just bring some movement into that ankle. pointing and flexing. And then drawing the toes in. And just relax that leg and just take that little leg circle here. I nearly forgot that. Early in the morning, my brain doesn't always work. So a little bit of a leg circle. And in the opposite direction, so it's almost like you're drawing a circle with your toes on the ceiling. Okay, and then pause in the middle, draw the toes in. And so option here, bend this leg and bring the foot to the floor, or if you want to challenge your core a little bit so the tummy's engaged and start to push out through the heel and lower the foot slowly all the way down to the ground. So if your leg is bent, slide that leg out long. Left hand onto the right knee, right arm out. And then we're going to roll over onto the left hip, but keeping the right shoulder grounded. So you might not come that far, but we're just encouraging a little twist into the spine. And you might be up high, you might be rocking a little bit, or you might be able to take it a bit deeper. Don't force it, but shoulders are heavy into the ground. Breathing into your tummy. Let's take one more breath. And then bring it back through center, both feet to the floor. Just maybe lift the hips, give them a wriggle, lower it down. Bring both knees into the chest. And then both feet flat to the floor. Bring the left hand to the heart, right hand to the tummy. See if you can feel your breath underneath your hands, closing the eyes. Maybe you feel the breath underneath your right hand. And then opening the eyes, coming to roll onto your side, bring yourself up into a seat nice and steadily. Just reach the arms up, find some length in the waist, and as you exhale, bring the hands into your heart. And we bow the head to the hands, the mind to the body. Taking something positive into the rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you so very much. Hope you have a lovely day. I think this, I don't know about the weather, a bit mixed today, isn't it? Enjoy wherever you are. Have a lovely, lovely day.